Here.
Taylor.
Here.
Robinson.
Here.
Baxter.
Here.
Harris.
Here.
Insulaco.
Here.
Height.
Present.
Sir, we have a quorum.
Thank you. John Barber, if you come up, let's say the prayer and the pledge of allegiance, please, sir.
Let's bow our heads. Heavenly Father, we come before you this evening. We thank you for your grace and mercy that you pour out upon us so endlessly. We do ask a special blessing upon those who are here this evening to make decisions for this city, that you would give them wisdom and grace. Lord, that you would just help them to make the decisions that benefit us, Lord, as a city here today. And we just pray for your protection upon the first responders, the police, the fire, the electric department, all those who are looking out for other people's, Lord, sacrificing their time and their safety, Lord, for our benefit. We just thank you so much for all you do in the name of Jesus. And all God's people said.
Amen.
Amen.
I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Second.
motion second.
Ross.
Yes.
Hamilton.
Yes.
Taylor.
Yes.
Robinson.
Yes.
Baxter.
Yes.
Harris. Yes. Insulaco.
Yes.
Height.
Yes.
Does everybody want to pull in communication? If not, I'll ask for a motion and a second, please. If not,
Move to accept, is it 1 through 5?
Second.
motion.
Ross.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Hamilton.
Yes.
Taylor.
Yes.
Robinson.
Yes.
Baxter.
Yes.
Harris.
Yes.
Insulaco.
Yes.
Height.
Yes.
Is it unfinished business? R2403, Councilmember Hamilton.
Please hold that.
R2419, Mayor Hartwick.
Yes, let's go ahead. It's just to never mind, to redo it on 1722. Is that North Magnolia? Is there any word on that, Amy? Did anybody hear from that?
He was told to be here.
That's what I thought.
Is Mr. Henriquez here? No, as a matter of fact, we told him twice.
All right, let's hold it.
R2427, Mayor Hartwick.
Please call it.
A resolution appointing Bob Callahan to the Lakewood Recreational Area Improvement District Number 4 Board of Assessment.
Move for adoption. Second.
Motion adopted, second.
Ross.
Yes.
Hamilton.
Yes.
Taylor.
Yes.
Robinson.
Yes.
Baxter.
Yes.
Harris.
Yes.
Insulaco.
Yes.
Height.
Yes.
Thank y'all.
R2403, Councilmember Taylor.
That has been withdrawn.
Oh, okay.
Mayor,
Yes.
I believe that Mr. Henriquez is here, that we just held his rehab agreement.
Yes, let's go ahead with privilege of the audience of the council. Let me go ahead and go through this, and I will come back to this. And that
Okay.
would be, let's see, that's R2419 that I'll come back to at the end.
Okay.
Is that fair enough?
That is fine. I
All right,
just wanted you
just-
to be
I
aware
appreciate it. I did-
that he was running just a few minutes late today.
All right.
Okay, thank
So
you.
where are we now?
R2407, Councilmember Taylor.
02407.
It's ordinance, it's ordinance 2407, I think.
I'm sorry, I
Yes.
apologize, ladies and
Sorry.
gentlemen. 02407.
Where are we there? Have we called it? What's the status of it?
This is the third time it's, this is the
Third time
third
it's
time
up.
it's been called. It was held 2 other times.
Say that again?
It was held on January 22nd and held on February 12th. That's what my notes say.
Mine too.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes, ma'am.
So we have called it to the third reading.
This will be the third time it's called. Yes, sir.
I don't think it's been read.
It hasn't been
not-
read.
Okay.
Has not been
So
read. It's the third time it's been on the agenda, but
Thank
no
you.
motion.
That's what I thought.
It hasn't been read.
Trying to confuse me.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Well, I think we need to get it on the floor. But I think the applicant needs to talk to planning. But we can call it and get it on the floor.
All right, please call it.
Yes, sir. An ordinance granting a special use to allow a type 2 short-term rental in an R4 zone for certain real property located at 1323 West 9th Street in the city of North Little Rock.
Okay, so I went and looked at this unit a couple weeks ago, And much to my surprise, I was really, really surprised at what I ran into. I mean, because you never know what you're going to run into when you're going out to look at stuff. And when I went and Mr. Wilson met me at the property and showed me the unit, and I was very, very impressed with what I saw. And I'm ready to move ahead with approving his short-term rental, but I think I talked to planning, and he has some issues that he needs to talk to planning about. So I really don't know if we should move forward with the short-term rental until he talks to planning or what we need to do. But as far as the short-term rental is concerned, he's ready to go.
And I will just say on this, I think that in order, even if the short-term rental is approved, in order for him to get a business license, he has to meet all state, local, and federal requirements. So he still wouldn't be able to, you could get the short-term rental approved, but not get a business license until he's worked out any problems that, or issues, I won't say problems, I don't know what it is.
Move to suspend the readings.
Second.
Motion suspended, seconded.
Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Interloco?
Yes.
Height?
Yes. Move for adoption.
Second.
Right. Ross?
Councilmember Ross has a question.
Ross, I'm sorry.
This is for Caitlin Thomas. So
I'll come
to
back
get their
you.
business license, how do you know that they've met all of things? Do you get it from planning, that everything has been passed through planning, or planning has to issue the zoning certificate? And when they
Correct.
bring that, that means that everything has been taken care of?
Correct. Once they get to planning, they have requirements from the fire department and previous requirements we've set in place. So once they get to planning and they get issued that zoning certificate, then it moves on to us. And we stay in touch with the planning department really closely before we issue the business license.
Where are we? Okay, Mr. Baxter's next.
So I guess this question would be for someone from planning. Is there anybody
John?
from planning? So looking at this structure,
Can I see pictures again? Can we run?
Can you go back and put the pictures back up there for us in the back, please? Again? Go ahead.
so in looking at the structure, it would appear from at least, bystanding from the street, it's a,
Thank you, Ed. Thank
let
you.
me see if I can phrase this correctly, non-conforming, would that be? Or does it meet all of our building, fire codes, et cetera?
It does not meet any of the codes. So what you're approving tonight is a short-term rental, not necessarily what you're seeing in that picture, but you're approving one that meets all the codes. And that was one of the issues Mr. Taylor had on me meeting with the applicant was
I want to go back to that.
the shed will have to be brought up to complete codes, just as if you were building it from scratch.
It looks like two Lowe's houses.
That's
Together.
what it is.
Is there potties in there?
Is it what?
Are you, so you looked at it, you're impressed, huh?
You said, is there what in there?
Potties.
There's a toilet, there's a stove, a refrigerator, a king-size bed, and a place for a 65-inch screen TV, sir.
Stop right there in the back. Leave that up, please.
Where is that? Stop.
It blew my mind. Literally, I was like, I was not expecting this. I'm dead serious. He has a remote that the tenant will be able to open the gate. They pull in, they close the gate, they go into the facilities, and home sweet home.
Okay, I just know that you and I have had some conversations in reference to structures like this. So if you said it's impressive, I get that. However, I'm concerned with the safety, but we're not talking about that. I'm only approving the STR aspect of it tonight.
Yes, sir.
Right? Okay.
And whatever after we get done with what we're doing, he has to meet with planning.
Can we go back to the picture
I'm trying to
of the
get there.
STR?
Stop.
That's
Stop.
it. So that's the
So what did
STR,
you walk through, Maurice?
The shed.
a shed.
No, the one right there. The closest, the
On
one
the
that's.
left or the right?
left.
On my left, I guess on your left. Is that the one, which one's closest to the street?
That one.
That right there.
Yeah, that one,
With the window.
yes. I'm telling you, one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
$2,000 in New York City.
I'm literally, I thought I was going over here and like, okay, let me just go, because I've been talking to Brian and I've been promising I was gonna come. Let me go and look so I can say, dude, really? And when I went over there, I said, dude, really?
Nathan, I'd like to hear your opinion on this.
Well, first off, I gotta see Ms. Robinson.
It looks like a shed.
Yeah, until you go in it.
And I just wonder if we're setting a precedent for an STR in somewhere else. If somebody else got a big enough backyard, can they go out and buy a shed and fix it up and rent it out as a STR? I'm just asking.
Mr. Hampton.
So I think the answer, my answer at least to Councilmember Robinson is yes, if they meet all the safety designs. If they've got a shed that looks differently than we may be used to, but it meets, which it has to, I mean, just if we approve all this STR stuff, he can't do anything. He can't get a business license unless he meets the code that is set.
Correct.
So what we're doing is opening up for innovation that still meets all the requirements that our city has put in place in terms of codes and building codes and safety. It looks like a shed, because Councilmember Taylor's right, it's a shed. And then you go inside.
Go inside.
And then you go inside and wow.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at Airbnb, some of the best things on their site are these weird tree houses. People, they like that kind of stuff. They only need one little place for $100 a night. They don't want to go to a hotel. They want something that's perfect like that.
Ms. Ross.
Okay, and one thing I just want to point out, this is in an R4, so you won't see anything like this in an R1 or an R2. The only way that this came before is because it is in an R4, and they are allowed in R4 with the requirements that are set out and the approval planning that it is to code and everything. So, I want to look at sheds in the backyard. I don't know, but if it meets everything, it's legal.
Anybody else? I'll go with Mr. Rensselaer.
Okay, I just want to make sure. So before they can get a permit, before they can use this, even if we approve it, they have to bring it up to code, correct?
Yes.
Correct, yes. 100, just as if you were building it from scratch. It'd be exact same codes.
Mr. Harris.
I'm like what Linda's talking about, but then, Nathan, you made a good point, and the R4, I guess is a good point. I wish I had more, I wish I knew what other cities did on something like this. I wish I'd heard something from Municipal League. I don't know. I mean, I'm listening to y'all, but this is, this is a precedent.
I'll say this. I don't know what other cities is doing, and I don't know what other people are doing, but that inside of that is better than some houses that I've been in, literally. I'm telling you, it blew my mind. I was like, this is some of the coolest stuff I've ever seen. I mean, a place to cook, a refrigerator, bathroom, bed, up top, king size.
I guess so we're okay if the next person does it, the next person does it, the next person does it on that street.
Are they up to code?
Well, is there any within 1,500? What's our rule on this?
On
that rule doesn't apply over there.
Approval of this,
Yeah,
okay,
it's-
got you.
yeah.
All right, go ahead, Ms. Ross.
Everybody's not gonna do that, I promise you.
Got you. Ms. Ross?
Have y'all had it as planning or Mr. Taylor, has anybody had any complaints from the neighbors as far as this being shed? I mean, I could put 2 sheds in my backyard right now if I wanted to.
This
So,
came across that from a complaint from a neighbor, so they got caught doing it, and we
Oh,
put
so
a
it
stop
did-
work
so
on
the-
it.
the- so the
So other
neighbors
than
have
us putting
complained?
a stop work on the door, we have not been inside or done any inspections or anything on it. So it's,
Right.
they were told to stop work and to come into compliance, and this is part of the process right now, is they're trying to come into compliance. So if you guys vote yes, then they'll have to come in compliance, and no, then they'll have to either remove it or turn it back into a shed.
I don't know if this is being too ticky, but was the complaint about it being a short-term rental or the fact that that they had these in the backyard? Do you know?
It was the same complaint, so it would have been both of those.
Oh, okay.
That it happened, and then I think someone may have been living in it, and that, when we came across on it.
Was it Ms. Ross? Was you?
How,
I'll come to that, too.
so the square footage doesn't apply to this?
It doesn't apply anywhere. That got removed by the state law.
To me, this fit the description, or are we opening the door for tiny houses, tiny homes, if we
Yeah, so
allow this?
we don't use the word tiny home, so you can build,
what-
anything you want that comes to code.
What word do we use besides tiny homes?
A house that meets code.
Little?
Ms. Robinson, it's been, 4 or 5 years ago, state law changed to where we cannot regulate the size of homes. That's one of the things that we're not allowed to regulate as the city council. It can be through,
I've got to let
you know,
Mr.
restrictive
Mr. Harris, I got
covenants and
he's
things
next,
like
then I'll
that.
come to
And
you.
not
Mayor, I
us.
think the applicant
sorry.
wants to speak.
Well, let me do this. Let me go to Mr. Baxter, and then I will, okay?
Okay, thank you, Mayor. So if the one is approved, can the other one be approved as well? Because it looks similar in size and construction.
I believe
You can
city
only have
council
one on
passed the
one
law
lot.
That's
that
number
says
one.
1,500 feet.
Number two is, I find it interesting, some of the terms and comments that we're using tonight as it relates to this legislation. Thank you.
And if I could, real quick, remind you all that the city clerk has to take minutes of what occurs in these meetings. So if y'all could refrain from talking over each other, it'll make it a whole lot easier for the city clerk to prepare the minutes.
Anybody, Ms. Robbins, Ms. Ross, I'm sorry.
John, are you only allowed one short-term rental on property though, aren't you?
Correct, so this
So there
request
would
is
only
for
be one,
one.
there wouldn't be two, there would not be two short-term
There would
rentals
not be
on that
allowed,
lot?
yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I wanted to know.
Let me do this real fast. Do you want to have the owner,
That way he had his hand up.
okay, Mr. Wilson, is that you? Come on up. Mr. Taylor says, go ahead, identify yourself and tell who you are and everything, okay, please, for the record.
Brian Wilson,
Yes, sir. Address?
1323 West Ninth.
All right, yes, sir, you want to say something?
I didn't know anything about the rules and regulations and stuff, and what happened was.
You need to raise the microphone up, so.
I had put it on Airbnb because I was ignorant to what's going on here. So that's when he came by my house, and that's when I started the process, so.
Okay, thank you. Where are we right now, Mr. Scott?
Nope.
Anybody, Ms. Ross?
I have a question for Mr. Wilson.
Okay.
So you know that if this is approved, there's only one, you can't use them both for short-term rental, correct?
One is a tool shed.
Okay. Make sure.
Anybody else? Anything else? Where we are, Mr. Scott?
We're ready to call.
Wait a minute, Mr. Harris. Yes, sir.
So, Mr. Winston, so they hooked it up to the, I guess you hooked it up to the existing sewer line, I guess? Is that how you did that?
Yes.
Did you do that yourself or something? Did you get a plumber to do that?
No, I paid a plumber to do it.
How come plumber didn't tell us anything about that?
Well, like I say, that's when planning came around, and so I have to, Ms. Dunner told me I have to
Yeah.
go
and
about doing that a different way than I did it.
And as far as power and disconnect, it comes off your own house, right?
Yes.
Mr.
And
Harris has even got Wi-Fi in it.
Yeah, but I unhooked everything when Donna told me to.
Okay.
So let's get that.
Anything else? All right, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Anybody, Ms. Ross
more
again, I'm
question.
sorry.
How long have you been using this for an Airbnb, or short-term rental?
I never have.
You never used
I,
it?
I was trying to,
Okay, so it's never
but
been used.
when I talked to Donna, that's when I just unhooked everything, and when they gave me the deal, that's when I unhooked everything and told her that I wanted to do this, so she told me what to go through.
Mr. Wilson, you understand what you got to do now to make sure you're all legal? You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anybody else? Ms. Ross?
I want total assurance from Sean that this will be just like a regular house. Every code, I mean, it will have to be just like a stick-built house, right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay, before it will be approved. Okay, that's what I want to know.
Okay. Where are we, Mr.
Ready to
Scott?
call the roll, sir.
Let's call the roll.
Ross.
Yes.
Hamilton.
Yes.
Taylor.
Yes.
Robinson.
No.
Baxter.
Yes.
Harris.
I guess, yes.
Insulaco. Height.
Yes.
On the emergency, Ross.
Yes.
Hamilton.
Yes.
Taylor.
Yes.
Robinson.
Yes.
Baxter.
Yes.
Harris.
Yes.
Insulaco.
Yes.
Height.
Yes.
Mr. Wilson, make sure you get in contact with planning, make sure you know where you're going and everything, okay? Would you please?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much, I appreciate it. Next,
024, 09, Councilmember Baxter.
You gonna hold that, please?
on the consent agenda, let me go ahead while we're here. I want to hold R 2448, and you, with y'all, I'm going to ask for approval on the rest of them, if you don't mind. And we'll read it later, if you don't mind. So if I can, all in favor say aye from R 24, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 49, 50, 51, and 52, if you don't mind. Ms. Ross?
Yes.
You want, I'm pulling the 48, not, what I said, R 2440, I'm pulling it.
The one with Garver, the contract?
Yes.
Well, I had the question on the.
I'm going to pull it, but have it read after we consent, yes. I'll have it reread.
Okay, so I had the question on R 2447, the Argenta Parking Company, and then I had the R 2452, there's a rehab agreement there. I want to make sure that they're here.
One of them is R 24.
And I want that one pulled, yeah. R 2452.
You want to hold that one, pull that, and
R
and have it read?
2447.
Okay. So we're pulling, have me again, 47, 52, you said, and what was the other one?
That's it.
Okay, so let's go ahead and if y'all approve, let me go back over real fast. 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 49, 50, 51. Is that correct? Did I get those correct then? Okay. Ask for approval of those? Consent? Anybody say?
I'll say aye, Mayor.
Okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, let's read the ones that we pulled out then, if you don't mind, again. 47 be the first one, if I'm not mistaken. Read it, please.
R 2447, Mayor Hartwick.
Please.
A resolution authorizing assessments by real estate development and purchasing agreements by Cal Macon to Argenta Hospitality LLC and Argenta Parking LLC.
Amy, this is probably going to be your go, if you don't mind.
Right, and, Mr. Macon, is intends to build the hotel and the associated parking. When, the agreements were first approved, he had them just in his individual name, which of course he's not gonna make a multi-million-dollar investment in his own name, and so this is just to approve assignment of the, purchase agreements to the LLCs that he wants to put the hotel and the parking into.
So these are his LLCs, was my
Yes, they
question.
are his.
That's all I needed to know.
Yes.
Okay.
So move.
Second.
Motion second on that one.
Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Insulaco?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
R 2448,
Mayor Hartwick?
please.
A resolution authorizing the mayor and city clerk to enter into a multi-year agreement with Garver LLC for professional services for the North Rock Electric Department.
Move for adoption.
Second.
Motion adopted, second.
Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Insulaco?
Yes.
Height?
Abstain, please.
What was the other one I held? Help me with it if you don't mind.
52.
52, yes. And I think I have Mr. Meyer. You there, sir? Okay, we're going to If you don't mind, come on up. I know this is public hearing, but you're on the agenda, so talk to.
I've got to read.
I mean, but he's doing with it, so I got it. Go ahead, sir.
I need to read it first.
Gonna have you get you, just hang on with me. What I want you to do is identify yourself and tell me your address. Let me call and have this read, okay? So just hang on with me.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. All right, please. Call it,
Albert
Jim.
Meyer.
Wait a minute, hang on a second. Jim, just call it, let me have it read, okay?
Okay, sir. R2452, Mayor Hartwick.
Please read it.
A resolution authorizing the mayor and city clerk to enter into an agreement of rehabilitation, or rehabilitate property located at 1801 West 16th Street, also 1607 Flora Street in the city of North Little Rock.
All right, Mr. Meyer, you're up, sir.
Albert Meyer, 1432 Skyline Drive.
So this is coming up for agreement to rehabilitate. Had it held, but right now we're just going through it. Have you got any questions what we're about to do, Miss?
I believe I understand.
All right.
Mr. Marsden, by my office, we have discussed the strict timelines in this. He's also been to planning and got a pre-construction inspection by code, so he could, or by the permit, so he would know exactly what it is he needs to do.
That's what my question, Ms. Ross.
That was my question, to make sure that you understood, so we didn't have any.
I believe
Last
so.
minute coming back
I
and-
had Bill Blankenship from planning come out with the consultation on site to walk through the structure with me so that I'd have my questions answered, exactly what all I need to do.
And you have the timeline and you put up, and he knows that,
That's the timeline,
and the escrow to put up.
Yes,
or
ma'am.
The bond.
escrow.
Mr. Baxter.
Okay.
Real quick, so I really appreciate the applicant understanding
Right.
the benchmarks, and he's got it laid out as far as his phased approach to rehabbing this, and, I mean, that's what it calls for in the legislation. He seems to know what he's required to do, so I like it.
And just to reassure you all, we have discussed this before, but my office has really worked toward, working with code to keep up better with the actual benchmarks with the 45 and the 90 days, so that we don't get up to the full 180 days. So we've got a system in place to keep up with these better.
Good.
So all in favor?
Aye.
No, we got
Oh, wait.
the roll.
All row?
Just need a,
We need a motion.
Motion.
Second.
Second.
okay. Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
And Sulaco?
Yes.
And Height?
Yes.
Thank you, Commissioner. You're on go.
Thank you.
Just get with Ms. Wilson.
Agreement signed and get with you so that you'll have a copy of it tomorrow or the next day, okay?
to get you that,
And then you'll get the check to the clerk's office. All right, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Let's go ahead. Let's read these and I'll call a public hearing on these. We'll ask anybody to come up and speak for them, okay? Please read them.
Yes, sir. R2453, 120 Park Place. R2454, 322 North Cherry Street. R2455, 1223 Division and 1223 and a half Division. R2456, 1307 North Pine Street. R2457, 2010 East 2nd Street. 2458, 2206 Parkway Drive, and R2459, 1701 and 1705 Moss Street.
I'm going to call a public hearing on these. I'm going to convene a public hearing. Those wishing to speak for or against those, please come to the microphone. Those wishing to speak for or against. Yes, ma'am. Identify yourself, please, and address. Pull the microphone down just a little bit for you. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I'm Frances Davis. I'm here with my brother and my father, Wilfred Davis.
Are you speaking on R24, which is 1307 North Pine Street?
Yes.
Okay, I got you. Go ahead.
Well, we have an issue with squatters, and we haven't been able to get over to the property as often, dealing with health issues with my parents. And we don't want to lose the house. You know, the original intent was to rehab it so that it is livable, to bring in an income. We have people that are interested in purchasing the property, so we don't want it to be demolished, because this is pretty much what my parents will have for, you know, their last days, to make them comfortable. So I don't want it to just be torn down, and I don't know what you know, the value of just the empty lot is gonna be to help.
Okay. Miss Felicia, are you out there? Miss McHenry? Come on up, please, ma'am. We're talking about R 2456, which is 1307 North Pine Street, Felicia. So what have we done so far with this?
Not a whole lot. We have, like she said, we have a continuous problem with vagrants being in the property, bringing in debris, surrounding the property. They'll clean it up. Citations are issued. I mean, it's an ongoing issue.
Gotcha. So let me ask you something, Ms. Davis. So what is your plans for 1307 North Pine Street? You said what are you going to do with it?
Originally, we wanted to see if it could be redistricted so we can have like a catering business set up, because that's what our family did before. It's just the issue of, you know, people think that because we're not there all the time, that it's okay to live there. My brother went over the weekend and he was told by whoever's squatting there that he is harassing them as if this is their property.
Did you call the police since you know it's your property? What'd you do?
I didn't call the police.
Okay.
I didn't have all the details as far as this needs. So if we can get some more time,
How much time?
30 to 60 days.
Ms. Ross?
I just want to say something. This property has been going on. Is this the one that had this generator that the squatters have got the generator on the porch too at one time?
Yes.
They did. And y'all never called the police?
Well, I just saw that today.
Okay, because
So I haven't seen that there before. The last time I visited the property, it was not there.
Because I attend all the Dark Hall neighborhood group meetings, and this is one property that is constantly brought out, but the traffic in and out, it's not just squatters, it's everybody else that's coming in, and it's causing all kinds of problems in that neighborhood. I'm just kind of sad that nothing's been done with it before now, because they've been trying to get anything done that they could possibly in that neighborhood.
I mean, work has been started and then people come and it gets, you know, torn down. It's been boarded up on numerous occasions.
Yeah.
You know, it's like if we don't know what to do, my parents are ready to tear it down, but it's a understanding of we need to be able to at least recoup some money that's already been invested in it.
How long has this been empty?
Pardon me?
How long has it been empty?
I'm not sure.
Ms. McHenry, do you know how long it's been empty?
Since 2017.
It's just okay. All
And,
right,
that-
Mr.
and
Hamilton.
that's what the neighborhood has been
Yeah.
dealing with since then, and this one is, I've heard more complaints about this house than anyone probably in all of Ward 1.
And Max, where those complaints are coming from?
All over, all over. People see things going there. that-
Neighbors.
The police probably too, you know, I know that the neighbors have called police on that, and people
There's a
driving
big
by.
church over there.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
and
they
the
see a lot.
church wants the
The
property.
church- No, it's
So
not that the
that's-
church wants property, the church
They do.
wants it
If we
cleaned
can
up.
get the time, we will. I've been cleaning the property up.
Okay.
Because I tell the occupier, illegal occupier, you know, keep this place clean or else. But, you know, now I'm gonna have to bring this police.
Mr. Hamilton,
If I get the time, I can straighten that out.
Mr. Hamilton.
I'm hearing you say it's been going on since 2017 and you still don't know what to do about it. That's what I've heard you say. I've heard the same complaints about, or less than she has, because she knows this neighborhood and has better connections than I do. But 1307 North Pine has been infamous at those neighborhood meetings. And I just heard you tonight talk about how sometimes you'll do work and then it'll take so long to do any more that by the time you come back to do anything else, the previous work is no longer good. And I just, after listening to you, I have very little confidence. No,
I wasn't involved before now.
And I've
I'm
been
here
caring
now,
for my parents who've
so I can, you know,
been
I'll
in and
take
out of
care.
hospital care.
All right, Ms. Ross.
Could our city attorney explain the rehab process if we do condemn it tonight, what happens?
I can.
The 30 days.
The gentleman that was here before you about a month ago, he had a property that was condemned. When people have their property condemned, they have an opportunity to get in touch with my office, and I can go over a rehab agreement with you, or someone in my office can. And it entails that there are certain timeframes that everything has to be done to bring the property back up to code, and it also requires that the estimated cost of demolition of the property be posted as an escrow with the city clerk's office, so that we have the funds to demo the property in case you're unable to rehab it. And so you can call the city attorney's office tomorrow and you can ask for me. It's Amy Fields, and we can get started with what that entails and see if that's something y'all would be interested in.
Amy Fields?
Uh-huh,
Okay.
Can we get that number?
sure.
All right, if you'll get that. Now, is there anybody else wishing to speak on any of these topics? Yes, sir. Come on up.
501
Speak for or against.
975-3755.
Thank you.
We'll take care. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Identify yourself, please, sir.
Sure, I'm Matthew Bell, owner of 1701 Moss Street.
Yes, sir.
So this property has been under contract for about a month and a half. We have renovated or cleaned up some of the stuff, spent a ton of money on this building, put a fence up, gate, cameras, just to be cut. Fence has been cut, people breaking in. I brought the dumpster in to clean this thing out, and I had to get the dumpster out the same day or it'd be full. So this property has since been cleaned up from where it was, but in the back of that chain link fence, it's cut all the time. I've called the police. I've done everything I can do. It's under contract from a professional property management company right now that does mini storage. I'm not in the mini storage business, but that's intended to close here in a few months.
So you're selling the property, you say?
Yes.
Most pleasure of the council. So you own the property, you're about to sell the mini storage, correct? Somebody's
Yeah,
going,
there's 3 buildings
somebody's
on
going to take it over.
Yes.
What's your time frame on selling it?
They've got about 20 more days.
Ms. Fields, what he's got to go through will give him more than that, won't it?
If it was actually condemned and he had to come in with a rehab agreement, there's 30 days. But if it is condemned, the new property owner would have to want to rehab it and bring it up to code with the same conditions that I've just discussed.
They're planning on rehabbing it.
Okay.
So in other
They'll
words,
have
we
to
can go
post the
forward.
escrow, the estimated cost of demolition.
You want me to hold it? All right, Ms. Ross?
This is from Ms. McHenry. Felicia, I have a question.
Felicia?
So if he does sell it, then the whole condemnation process starts all over with the new owner, correct?
It does start
And they
over.
can let it sit there, and it's going to take probably another year for the new owners if they don't do anything, correct? Because we see this all the time. Well, I'm going to sell it. We've got one right now that's got a rehab that we went through all of that. And I know before, once it was condemned, there was no, there was no holding for selling or anything like that. Has that changed? I mean, it's not, your process has not changed any, has it?
It has not changed.
So it will start all over with the new owner.
Unless I hold it?
No, actually, if it's condemned now, then the owner would take it subject to the condemnation. If you hold it and it's sold,
Then we start all over again.
and they don't, then we don't have any,
Okay, so
we
we
don't
need to
have
go
any
forward.
hammer
I got
on
you.
the
All right.
new owner.
Do you understand what we said? So we probably need to, all right, go ahead, Ms. Fields. Go ahead. Let's go ahead. If we go forward with this, the new owner then can come in. If we hold it, we need to condemn this business, so you go forward is what we need to do.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can feel free to call my office tomorrow and I can explain in more detail to you if you need me to.
Okay.
Call the city
I'd say
attorney's
get with
office.
Ms. Fields, and you're gonna get a lot of big information, and then you can go ahead and close, and we still got the process going.
Good deal.
Okay.
Does that make
Thank you.
sense to everybody?
You're welcome.
I know, we ain't put it off.
Borrowing money.
Anybody else on this? Anybody else want to speak for or against the items? If you do, you better come to
I
the
saw
mic.
somebody raise up.
I've asked somebody to come to the microphone. Come on up, please. Identify yourself, please, sir.
Good evening, all. Thank you for allowing us to the opportunity to plead to you. We're the owners of 1722 North Magnolia Street.
That's the one that was on the old business that they were running a little
I
late.
understand you called us earlier.
That's the one we're gonna go back to,
Uh-huh, we're
correct?
gonna come back to
We're gonna
you.
come back to you,
Okay.
sir.
That's fine,
We're
that's
gonna come
fine.
back to you.
All right.
So does anybody else want to speak on the resolutions that we just talked about? Anybody? Come on up.
I don't think I want to speak to this particular resolution, but I'm not sure what resolution I want to speak to. I'm here about a probate estate where I'm the attorney for a decedent's estate, and we got notice of a meeting tonight.
What's the address?
And the address of the property that it's about is 2206 Parkway Drive.
Okay.
And I've been listening, you've been calling out like R this and.
Well, that is R 2458. You don't have an agenda, but that is on the agenda that we were just talking about. So you want to speak for or against R 2458? This is a public hearing.
I want to speak to R 2458, but I don't want to be out of line or out of.
Not out of line. You're not out of line. You're fine. Go ahead and speak in the mic.
Now is the time.
So identify yourself, speak in the mic, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Like I say, my name is Daniel Webb. I'm a lawyer in Little Rock, Arkansas, across the river, and I represent the estate of Ralph Cagle, deceased. I thought I had this estate all wrapped up and was ready to send out the money and be done with it, and got this letter, and thought that anytime you get a letter like this, you should show up and try to figure out what's going on. So here I am, and basically. My people, the brother of the decedent, we got a real estate agent, Jim Four, here in town, and he helped us get rid of the other property that we did own. And we don't think we have any ownership interest in this property. We're not, there's attached to the notice is a release deed, not a vesting deed, so to speak, but a release deed. The realtor hired a title person, and she said, "Hey, I don't see Ralph Cagle's name," and that's the decedent. We don't see Ralph Cagle's name on this anywhere. If somebody can provide a better opinion or a source of information, I'm listening. But basically, we want to be. Everyone to understand that we don't think we own this. We don't think we have any interest in it. And we sure don't want to have any kind of bills or any kind of cleanup cost or anything like that attached to this estate.
Ward, have you got better information on this, please, sir? Come on forward. Ward works in our code department, sir. Ward?
Good evening. The only reason that Ralph Cagle's name was attached to this property in the first place is the owner's billing address was where the now deceased Ralph Cagle lived. So it's our obligation to send letters to any heirs, owners, or interested parties. I spoke with Mr. Cagle's brother who lives in Virginia, and the owner is elderly. She is 96, lives on Kings River. And so we have begun to send our letters there now. And I told Ralph Cagle's brother, who has been working in concert with Mr. Webb here, that I didn't feel like that Mr. Cagle or his estate had any further interest in this property.
Let me ask you, Ward, before this gets called, has who you feel like is the true owner been served with the notice of this condemnation?
Yes, the true owner is a REA.
The REA Rental?
REA Rental, yeah,
Okay.
and her last name is Rhea.
Okay,
So-
so she has been served with this.
Right.
And, Mr. Webb, I can tell you that, if the city does demo the property, we put a lien against the property, but we would not seek, payment from the estate. We just put a lien on the property. You all don't own it, so you'll be fine.
Good enough, good
Okay.
enough. That's exactly what I wanted to hear, and just
Okay.
make sure that I don't, close this probate up and then 2 years from now, I get some bill, or, you know, or something like that. We want to tie up all the loose ends and make sure
Right.
everything is in order.
This is tied up.
Good enough.
All right.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you guys listening to me, and hope everyone has a nice evening.
Thank you, sir, appreciate it. Thank you, Ms. Fields, I appreciate it.
Good to see you too.
Mr. Baxter?
So we really don't have the proper applicant?
We do have the proper applicant is not here, but the proper owner has been served.
Okay.
With the notice, which is what I would be concerned with before you all.
Is there anybody else who wants to speak on this public hearing? Speak for or against it? But, is there any? All right, if not, I'm going to adjourn this public hearing. Let's go forward, please, sir.
R 2453, Mayor Hartwick.
Please.
A resolution declaring certain buildings, houses, and other structures located at 120 Park Place in the city of North Little Rock, Arkansas, to constitute a public nuisance and condemning said structures, providing a period of time for property owners to abate said nuisance.
So move.
Second.
Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Insulaco?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
R 2454, Mayor Hartwick.
Please.
A resolution declaring certain building, houses, and other structures located at 322 North Cherry Street in the city of North Little Rock, Arkansas, to constitute a public nuisance and condemning said structures, providing a period of time for property owners to abate said nuisance.
So move.
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Insulaco?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
R 2455, Mayor Hartwick.
Please.
A resolution declaring certain building, houses, and other structures located at 1223 Division Street and 1223 and a half Division Street in the city of North Little Rock, Arkansas, to constitute a public nuisance and condemning said structures, providing a period of time for property owner to abate said nuisance.
So move.
Second.
Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Insulaco?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
R 2456, Mayor Hartwick.
Please.
A resolution declaring certain building, houses, and other structures located at 1307 North Pine Street in the city of North Little Rock, Arkansas, to constitute a public nuisance and condemning said structures,
Move for adoption.
providing a period of time for property owners to abate said nuisance. I'm sorry, ma'am.
Second.
Adoption.
Motion second.
Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Insulaco?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
R 2457, Mayor Hartwick.
Please.
A resolution declaring certain building, houses, and other structures located at 2010 East 2nd Street in the city of North Little Rock to constitute a public nuisance and condemning said structures, providing a period of time for property owners to abate said nuisance.
So move.
Second.
Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Insulaco?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
R 2458, Mayor Hartwick.
Please.
A resolution declaring certain buildings, houses, and other structures located at 2206 Parkway Drive in the city of North Little Rock, Arkansas, to constitute a public nuisance and condemning said structures, providing a period of time for property owner to abate said nuisance.
So moved. Second.
Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Insulaco?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
R 2459, Mayor Hartwick.
Please.
Resolution declaring certain building, houses, and other structures located at 1701 and 1705 Moss Street in the city of North Little Rock, Arkansas, to constitute a public nuisance, condemning said structures, providing a period of time for property owners to abate said nuisance.
So move.
Second.
Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Insulaco?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
Moves this to ordinances, sir.
Ms. Fields?
Yes.
Do we want to go back and deal with this resolution before we go into the ordinances?
Yes,
Let's
thank you.
let's
Sure.
do that if you don't mind.
That one is,
So let's go back to R 2419,
yes, sir.
if you don't mind, and then I'll go into these last three ordinances, please.
R 2419, Mayor Hartwick.
Please call it.
A resolution authorizing the mayor and city clerk to enter an agreement to rehabilitate property for certain real property located at 1722 North Magnolia Street in the city of North Little Rock.
And you need to speak. Identify yourself, please, sir, again. Identify yourself, please, again. Edgar? Come on up. Name, come on up
I'm
here.
so sorry, I'm so
No,
sorry.
no, come on up. I want you to come up, just in case.
I don't really need a translator.
I know, that's why, yes, sir, I want you. Help me. That's all right, help. So,
My name is-
would you tell him exactly what I said, please? I want him to identify himself and talk about the property we just talked about.
Quiero que usted se identifique su nombre, su dirección y lo que viene a hablar de la propiedad.
I'm a U.S. citizen. I've been in this country since 1986. I'm a retired airline pilot. I've been in Little Rock since 2001. I own my own house, and I'm friend with Jorge. We acquired a property, 1722 North Magnolia Street with the intention of restoring the property and create a business enterprise by selling it after it is up to code. However, the financing on the property didn't go very well. The partners that were supposed to provide the funding to rehab the property, they have some issues, some personal problems, and they decided not to provide the funding to rehab the property. So it's been a chain of unfortunate events. And then we scrambled to see where we can get the money to rehab the property. We got some money, but then it came the terrible summer of 2023 that the temperatures were insane to work on the house. When we're doing all this, waiting for the temperatures to be better to work outside, we got the letter from the city of North Little Rock that the property had been condemned because it was a fire in the back of the house. We demolished, has been condemned and was telling us that the property needed to be demolished. Not all the property got on fire, just the back part. We cleaned that up and we removed the burned wood and now we need to do some more restoring. But in the meantime, we have this threat of we're gonna demolish the property if you don't do it. And then I went to talk to code enforcement with Mr. Reese, and he told me to go to the city attorney and try to get an agreement that was going to be presented to this honorable city council. And on December 27, we signed an agreement to rehab and was presented in writing to Mr. Rick Hogan, city attorney. And then then we also presented a remodel plan, and we also got a building permit, of course. We have lined up licensed contractors, plumbers, electricians, but we need to resolve this issue first because we don't want to put a lot of money and effort and then one day the crew will show up to destroy the house and we really need, basically this rehab agreement is a request to rehab the property, to have more time to rehab it instead of demolish the property.
Yes, sir.
And then we have provided, we have a credit line with Lowe's, we have loans from family members, and we have a plan to, in these days that people don't have a place to live, we wouldn't like to demolish this house because the house is.
All right, let me do this. Hang on. No, you let me, Mr. Taylor.
Can somebody give me the cliff
Just
notes?
need more time.
I'm sorry?
Can I have the cliff notes on what we're trying to do?
And let me give you cliff notes.
Yeah, just the cliff notes.
The house was condemned.
Well, I know all of that. I mean,
I know all that.
Is he just trying to get a rehab agreement
That's
extended?
it. He just wants to get his original one because of a failure to communicate. In my office, the original resolution was filed late, and then he wasn't told that.
So he's
he
never
had to
had
be
one?
here. So he's never had
moved.
one. This is just to approve this rehab agreement.
Second.
Okay.
Motion and a second.
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Insulaco?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
Get with the city attorney's office again, okay?
Okay, and I'll get a signed copy of the agreement to you, and then you'll have to give the city clerk a check.
Okay.
In a week, okay? But our office will be in touch this week.
Okay, appreciate it. Thank you so much for your attention.
Go ahead, ordinances now.
02412, Councilmember Taylor.
Thank you, Maurice.
Oh, please call it.
An ordinance waiving section 14.19D.2 of the sign ordinance, ordinance number 7697, to replace a sign located on certain real property located at number 1 Simmons Bank Arena Drive in the city of North Little Rock, declaring an emergency.
Move to suspend the reading, and I'd like to request for Councilmember Charlie Height or any other council member that'd like to be added to this legislation to be added.
Thank you.
Second.
Motion suspend, second.
Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Insulaco?
Yes.
Height?
Yes. Move to adopt.
Second.
All right.
Motion adopt, second.
Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Insulaco?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
On the emergency, Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Insulaco?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
Before we go, I'd like to identify, of course, Michael Marion and Wes, if y'all don't mind. They're in the audience tonight, and Charlie Foster. So thank y'all for coming. Thank you for all you do in the city. Appreciate it. Go ahead.
O-2413, Mayor Hartwick and Councilmember Taylor.
That's, Sean, come on up. We're abandoning those,
You were supposed to convene a public hearing.
oh, I sure was. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you,
Okay,
thank
go
you.
back and do it.
I have to go back before we do it. Thank you. It's my fault. What do we do? Refund,
Do we need to explain the vote?
sponge the vote? I'm sorry.
So
No, I'm
moved.
sorry too. It's sitting right
Second.
here. Motion to sponge the vote.
By Taylor, second by Ross. I heard it.
Okay. On the expungement, Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Insulaco?
Yes.
Thank you.
Height?
Yes.
We all missed it. I'm going to convene a public hearing on O 2412. Those wish to speak for or against it, please come forward. Seeing none. Adjourn it. Now call it.
So moved.
Second.
Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Insulaco?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
Again on the emergency, Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Insulaco?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
Let me get this and then we'll do another convene a public hearing, okay? Let's go ahead and read it. Has it been read? Yes, please. Yeah, read
Not
it.
yet.
So I'll go ahead, I'll convene a public hearing on 2413.
I
Those
need
It
to read
hadn't
it. I
been
need to
read
read it
yet.
first.
Go ahead, I thought you said ahead. Go ahead.
No, sir.
Go.
Okay. An ordinance vacating and abandoning the right-of-way located on Second Street in the city of North Little Rock, Arkansas, declaring an emergency. First reading.
Move to suspend the readings.
Second.
Motion suspend.
Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Insulaco? Height?
Yes.
With that, I'm going to convene a public hearing on this. Those wish to speak for or against it, please come forward. Seeing none, I will adjourn this public hearing. Sean, where are you? Just in case. What we're doing, please explain this to everybody so we know what we're doing, please. We've got two of them here.
We vacating the right-of-way in front of the old city services building, what was the promenade or the plaza out there, is still a street. So we're wanting to vacate that and abandon it for the future convention center or possibly whatever's going to go on in that property. So just getting it ready for something in the future.
It's a street, and we're trying to just take it back for whatever we need it for. Okay? Thank you. Anything else? Okay, we suspend the rules? Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Have we had a motion to
No,
adopt?
we don't yet.
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Insulaco?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
On the emergency, Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Insulaco?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
O-2414, Mayor Hartwick and Councilmember Taylor.
Please.
An ordinance vacating and abandoning an alley located at Washington Avenue and Poplar Street in the city of North Little Rock. First reading, declared emergency.
Move to suspend the readings.
Second.
Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Insulaco?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
I need to convene a public hearing. Those wish to speak for or against this, please come forward. Seeing none, I will adjourn this public hearing.
Need a nomination?
Move for adoption?
Second.
Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Insulaco?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
On the emergency, Ross?
Yes.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter?
Yes.
Harris?
Yes.
Insulaco?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
Any public comments? Yes, sir, Mr. Taylor.
Is somebody from the electric department here?
They were. Did they leave?
I think they just left.
They gone?
See if you can catch them. Meanwhile, while we're, see if they're still here, tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, there'll be the demolition of the old city services building downtown, so if y'all like to come, but about 10 o'clock, okay? Did you catch them, Sean, Miss Ross? They're gone.
Well, can somebody get a message to them that the street lights on, at 4340 East 43rd Street are out?
I'll take care of it. If you'll remind me more, Caitlin, I'll take care of it tomorrow, okay? Miss Ross?
I don't know, the meetings were going out on Facebook, then they're not going on Facebook, and then they were back on Facebook, and then tonight, I just got a message that they weren't going out tonight either, so.
Don,
I know
did
that's
you
a
hear
lot
that?
of, that's, most people watch it, and you can always go back and watch it on YouTube, the next day, they'll throw it up on the North Rock, channel on YouTube. But as far as tonight, everybody that was trying to watch it on Facebook was not able to watch it.
I would like to thank the street department for kind of lighting up the intersections on Walnut Boulevard again on our end of the ward, so, our city there, so it really made a difference at the intersections. And I guess finally, Vince and I are wondering, what do we charge for these?
You're not charged. We've got
Well, you got,
120,000.
yeah. Well, no, he gets charged. We all get ours.
Got you.
Can I,
Go
can I,
give them to all the
can I-
neighborhood meetings.
Can I sell these for $5 a piece?
You can do what you want to. If you, anybody want to buy one since they're free everywhere else?
Yeah, well, they're.
Let's go. Come on, guys. Anybody, Mr. Barber?
Our IT team said that we are live on Facebook right now.
You're back on?
Yeah, so, and just so everybody knows, make a public record, anytime there is an interruption on Facebook or YouTube, it is posted on the other one and a link to it so that you can always find it one way or the
Have to
other,
go to another one, it cuts
redirected
off.
to
Okay,
it. So we
that may
always
be-
do have the archive of the council member meetings that are available. So,
Thank you.
On this side of the river for the race? No.
Probably on this side, I mean, if I need to be. So,
Who do we
What?
thank for this?
this A and P.
Who?
I wish they just
Advertising.
Anybody, where are we? Let's go. Motion? So moved.
Ross? Hamilton? Taylor?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Baxter? Harris?
Yes.
Insulaco?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.